You could have done what I'd done, but you ain't know what I'm on. In the track tryna double it up.
Like I said, I'm always switching the vibe up. It's not every day I'm going to be listening to music. Always try and bring something fresh. You know what I mean? Because it's not every day someone listens to music, but we listen to music on a daily though. This one is 10 most dangerous cities to live in Europe. When it comes on to Europe, the only place I've been in Europe is Scotland, Wales, England. That's it. Think about it. I haven't been anywhere else, bro. That's the United Kingdom. I've traveled there by taxi, by car. I haven't been to France, I haven't been to Germany, I haven't been to... God damn, I've been here, I haven't been anywhere. Sad, innit? But yeah, 10 most dangerous cities to live in Europe. Let's get it.
10 most dangerous cities to live in Europe. European cities are generally perceived to be safer than cities in the United States in terms of the rate of murder. According to the World Health Organization, there is no European city among the 50 deadliest cities in the world. In fact, the homicide rate per 100,000 people in the European city with the highest murder rate is less than 1/10 of the rate in most dangerous cities in the United States.
1/10.
This, however, does not mean that all cities in Europe are very safe to live in. Some cities are somewhat dangerous. Here are the 10 most dangerous cities to live in Europe according to the rates of murder or homicide.
Russia has to be in this.
10. Glasgow, Scotland. Turf wars have long been a problem in Glasgow. According to data from various sources, thousands of people have died as a result of this and other acts of violence over the years. In 2010, a total of 30 murders took place in Glasgow. That has been the annual average of violent fatalities that take place in...
If Glasgow is in this, Scotland, England is going to be this because of the stabbings in London, right?
A combination of gang violence and turf battles has made Glasgow one of the most dangerous cities in Europe, particularly in the United Kingdom. The homicide rate in the city is 5.1 murders per 100,000 inhabitants, making it dangerous for citizens to move anytime they like. 9. Tallinn, Estonia. Tallinn is an Estonian city located on its northern shore and known for its architecture. It ranks at a top position on the list due to its tiny population size and a disproportionately high number of murders per capita. With 5.5 murders per 100,000 inhabitants, it's certainly among the most dangerous cities to live in Europe. The number of homicides in this region of Europe is very low.
It's very low compared to what I just watched with goddamn Mexico and Venezuela. You got people dying, 6 people a day dying, bruv, from violence. A day. Now times that body, times the days in the year. In one city only. Damn.
Areas where the crime rate is high, there have been as many as 9.4 murders per 100,000 people. The rate in Tallinn has remained around 5.5. 8. Florence, Italy. Florence is the first Italian city on this list of the most dangerous cities in Europe. It is accompanied here by Milan. The challenge of violent crimes in both cities is not only about the murder, which is actually high, but it is more common to be a victim of theft in both Florence and Milan than it is elsewhere. 7. Milan, Italy. The city of Milan registered an astonishing 6,697 theft instances per 100...
It's just jugged out here, bruv. You trying to steal a wig as well?
Registered an astonishing 6,697 theft instances per 100,000 people, which is an extremely high rate. According to data from Statista, the city has the largest number of cases in terms of qualitative comparison out of all of Italy's metropolitan areas.
Damn.
Because of its high crime rate, the city was ranked most dangerous in the country. According to the Overseas Security Advisory Council, OSIS of the United States.
Well, I know it is. You can watch all these stuff and don't want to go to these places. And you might go to the safest place. And there's a thing called you being at the wrong place at the wrong time. You could go to the happiest city, the happiest things, and just the wrong place at the wrong time. And you're just unlucky. So sometimes this shit, but to avoid something happening, you know, it's good to watch these type of stuff. But
criminal networks are very active in tourist areas around the city, making Milan a particularly dangerous city for foreigners. According to the OSAS, these networks pickpocket, snatch valuables, and scam tourists from overseas. No wonder why you find Milan among the most dangerous cities to live in Europe. 6. Grozny, Russia. During the last decade, the city of Grozny in Russia was subjected to a fierce civil war that resulted in bombings, missile attacks, and the loss of the majority of the city's infrastructure. This city continues to have a high degree of criminal activity, even though things appear to be improving there in recent years. The presence of the Russian mafia in this city has been the main reason for the continuation of these crimes. The streets are home to many internally displaced and homeless people. Because of the unending construction works in this city, many of the residents are forced to live in unfinished structures with no access to power. This has provided enabling environment for those crimes being committed. Grozny is truly one of the most dangerous cities to live. 5. Marseille, France. Marseille is a port city in the south of France, and it is the country's largest port. This city has served as a key commerce hub for hundreds of years. The vast majority of crimes committed in this area are minor, such as stealing, mugging, and pickpocketing. Because of a lack of police personnel on the streets, the crime index is at an all-time high. Poor investment in law enforcement, as well as a high incidence of corruption.
So it's nothing too bad. It's only pickpocket stuff like that. There's no killing, homicide.
Inequality characterize the city's landscape. Travelers are frequently advised to choose other towns in France to visit other than Marseille, in addition to Paris. 4. Mitrovica, Kosovo. Mitrovica is a large city in the Republic of Kosovo. The entire country had already been segregated along the ethnic lines, comprising the Serbs and the Albanians who live there. In the aftermath of this split, several ethnic riots and other acts of violence have resulted in the loss of lives and property. Constant hostility exists between these two ethnic groups, with confrontations breaking out regularly and seemingly without warning. Furthermore, there is a high percentage of criminal activity and corruption in the city. With all of these factors in play, the city operates inefficiently, with the police providing little or no assistance to victims of criminal actions within its borders.
It looks abandoned, bro.
A city with the aforementioned characteristics is definitely one of the most dangerous to live in.
True.
3. Sofia, Bulgaria.
Bulgaria.
Sofia, the capital of Bulgaria, has a plethora of fascinating stories to tell. Each historical landmark will provide you with a fresh perspective on the city's turbulent past. To illustrate, consider the churches in this city. For many centuries, many of them have been mosques, the obtrusive Soviet architecture, or the Roman heritage site. As more are being unearthed, they are being added to the contemporary metropolis. Numerous structures you'll see date back to the Bulgarian revival period, which began in the late 19th century when the country regained its freedom from the Ottoman Empire. We are more interested in Sofia's notoriety. It has a high rate of thefts and robberies, especially in the evenings. Because of this, tourists are often apprehended.
So basically, there's not what I've witnessed outside of Europe with the reaction that I just did. Top 10 most dangerous countries in the world to visit, or cities in the world to visit. Compared to this in Europe, it's nothing. I'm talking about people dying, bruv. They're talking about pickpocketing and stealing phone and fraud and this. That is not dangerous. That's just unlucky. Dying
about
is
visiting
dangerous.
the area. According to a
Putting
poll,
your life at
over
risk
30%
is
of the
dangerous.
city's people are not confident in the city's safety. The prevalence of organized crime in the city is demonstrated by the murder of a famous radio personality by a mobster in broad daylight. Even after being apprehended, he was freed because no eyewitness felt confident enough to testify against him. In Sofia, contract killings are on the rise and organized crime figures are overwhelming the judiciary. 2. Tbilisi, Georgia. Tbilisi is a kind of city that will lure you in, unveiling itself slowly and then get right under your skin. Tbilisi is sleek and chaotic, and charming and unconventional at the same time. Dripping with tradition, it remains effortlessly cool. According to the International Crisis Group, Tbilisi, the capital city of Georgia, is one of the most dangerous cities in Europe. Following the 2008 conflict with Russia, public unrest has regularly erupted in a certain Georgia region. Public demonstrations often turn violent, resulting in the loss of lives and property. To quell such demonstrations, police often use excessive force. This unwavering demonstration has resulted in a rise in crime in Tbilisi. Bombing attempts and explosions on the city's outskirts have been reported on a few occasions. Even though the government has taken significant security measures, the danger of crime remains quite high.
They don't care, bro. Do you think they care?
1. Bradford, UK. Bradford is a city in the...
Oh, hold up. I know Bradford, but Bradford is not that dangerous, bro. Bradford, nah. Number 1, nah. In Europe, nah, bro. Not even in England, to be honest. Not Bradford. Not Bradford.
Of West Yorkshire, lying in the foothills of the scenic Pennine Highlands. Like most of the cities in the north of England, Bradford played a key role throughout the country's industrial revolution. Bradford was mostly known for its textile manufacturing. In addition, it also benefits from its proximity to mines and water. Visitors to Bradford and those considering investing in real estate in the city should be aware of their surroundings. Criminals are swarming the streets of the city in large numbers. Because of its high yearly crime rate, which is 177% higher than the national annual crime rate in the United Kingdom, it is considered one of the most dangerous cities in Europe. According to the police department, violence and drug-related crime are the most common types of crime in the city, accounting for 38% of all recorded offences. High real estate prices, low incomes and high unemployment in the area have contributed to an alarming increase in the city's crime rate, which is now at an all-time high. According to the most recent Bradford police statistics, there has been a steady rise in complaints of violent and sexually explicit offences in Bradford. As you can see, the listing of these 10 most dangerous cities to live in Europe is based on specific types of crime. If you know other cities that are more dangerous for the crimes mentioned here, please don't hesitate to share what you know in the comments section below. Goodbye and stay safe.
I like this channel actually. They got top 10 cities in Europe, top 10 most expensive states in America, best countries to live in Europe. Ooh, I might, hey, if you like these type of videos, bro, I might watch some more, you get me? Show your support by slapping up that like button, subscribe to the channel for more content like this. It's been your boy, it's been your homie. Peace.